This is a Porsche 911. It has to be. I'm assuming you all are very familiar. Being music teachers in Kentucky, I know, is a very high-paying gig, so you all are aware. And the jokes are all the same too, by the way, from the first session. Okay. Yeah. So the reason it has to be a Porsche 911 is because the engine is in the back. The thing that moves this car is in the back. The trunk is in the front. And of course, in the middle, as always, there is a driver. So let's get into it. You ready? Here's what you need to know about the brain. Oh, there it is. Trunk, engine, driver. Okay, put the heels of your hands on your temples like this. Okay, now cover up your forehead, interlace like this. All right. If you were to go an inch down from here, that's called your forebrain. That is the part of your brain that thinks. That's the only part of your brain that thinks. How many of you are a little surprised by that? Because I was. You? Yeah, yeah. It's not very much space. And in the brain, power is determined by surface area. So you can see it's actually not that much surface area. In fact, let me tell you one other thing. Take your left thumb. I'm doing the kindergarten thing where I'm using my right? So put your thumb on your temple. About 1 millimeter down, that's what you get for creating speech. 1 millimeter, one side. 2 thumbs, kind of put 2 thumbs behind your ears like this so that you can go, okay, that thumb area that you are putting down right now, that's the area of the brain that you get for understanding speech. So as I'm talking to you right now, those 2 parts of the brain have a lot of blood flow because you're comprehending speech. Okay. So this is the trunk of the brain. This is where we're going to pack all our information. This is where words live. This is where thinking lives. This is the part of your brain that does predictions. Okay? So like, if I jump off of this fridge, what will happen? I'm sorry, I'm using an example from my son's childhood right now, because he got up on the fridge and he's like, dang, I can't get down. Whoop. That's because this part of the brain was not very well developed yet, right? He was like, I'm sure no consequence will come of this that I don't enjoy. This is also read and regurgitate. So let's say that I asked you what the name of a note was, and you said A. That's coming from this part of the brain. If I said, who composed this music, you'd be looking for information here. You'd be popping the trunk to grab that bit of information out. Does this all make sense? Cool. All right, this is gross, what I'm about to do, but I can't think of a different way. So if you thought of a different way, come tell me after the session. Go ahead and go up your neck. You got a spine, go up the spine in your neck and go up, up, up until you hit a divot. Okay, if you were to skewer that, you'd have a hindbrain kebab. That's this guy, okay? This part of your brain is responsible for all automatic movement. So I don't mean to brag here. It's a new joke. I don't mean to brag here, but I have been walking very competently this whole time, and I have not had to even once go, lift my knee, balance on my right, stand, go, fall, ah, ah. I've never had to use my thinking brain to do that, okay? In fact, the thinking brain and the moving brain are really far apart. So you don't really, any automatic movement that you want to do, you shouldn't have to think about it. Have you ever surprised yourself as a musician? Have you ever been like, oh, I got that right? That's your hindbrain executing on something and your forebrain being surprised by it. Isn't that funny? By the way, this is automatic, not autonomic. So it's not heartbeats and stuff. Basically, anything you can do now that you couldn't do the day that you were born is here. Are you all thinking now of the things you do musically that are automatic, that are loaded back here? This is the engine. Yeah. Yes? The midbrain. Yeah. So hindbrain is movement only. The memories that you have there are all physically executed. So in terms of like situational memory, that's all here. That's all here. So I someone who was at my last session just made a connection. Okay, so this midbrain area, this is the driver of your brain. Okay, this is where your emotions live. So when you have a really big feeling, I'm talking like really any feeling is going to come from here. But the deeper down you go, like in your brainstem, right down here, like really deep down, the deeper you go, the bigger your emotions are. Have you ever laughed, like been so tickled by something that you just couldn't stop laughing, even though you kind of wanted to because you started looking like a dork, but you just couldn't stop laughing? Okay, that's from way down in here, okay? And I'm just assuming, because we are all human, that have you ever like ugly cried? You know what I'm talking about? Okay, that is coming from here. So much it hurt your stomach, right? That's from here. This is below your thinking. This is where your instincts. Ah! You okay?